Hey everyone, my name is Sanjana and today's we discuss about the geography optional syllabus. And geography optional is a very popular among the candidates. So geography optional is a very wide overlap with the general studies. And the third is the geography is more attractive and it is a technical subject and different alternatives. You can achieve geography optional very good marks. So today's discuss geography optional syllabus. So geography optional paper first, principles of the geographies, and today's we covered line by line geography optional syllabus. So first is physical geography, and it is a section A and it is a section B in the first paper, human geography section B. And first topic is geomorphology. Factor controlling the landform developments, endogenetic and exogenetic forces, origin and evolution of the earth crust, fundamentals of the geomagnetism, physical condition of the interior earth's interior, geosynclines, continental drift, this is important, बैगनर की जो continental drift theory है, और isostasy and plate tectonics, recent reviews, and on mountain buildings, recent reviews on mountain buildings, जैसे कि अभी टर्की में जो अर्थक्वेक्स आए हैं तो आप जो करंट से रिलेटेड इवेंट्स हैं आप उनको करें. एंड वॉल्केनिसिटी, earthquakes and tsunamis, concept of the geomorphic cycle and landscape, development, denudation chronology, channel morphology, erosion, surface slope development, applied geomorphology, and geohydrology and economic geology and environment. So this subtopics are covered in geomorphology topic in the paper first and section A. And second is climatology, temperature and pressure belts of the world, heat budget of the earth, and atmospheric circulation, atmospheric stability and instability, planetary and local winds, monsoon and jet streams, air masses, and phontogenesis, temperature and tropical cyclone, types of distribution of the precipitation, weather and climate, Köppen, Thornwitz and the Treverthas, classification of the world climates, hydrological cycle, and global climatic change, and role and response of the man in climatic change, applied climatology and urban climate. So this subtopics are covered in climatology. And third is oceanography, bottom topography of the Atlantic, Indian and Pacific Ocean, temperature and salinity of the oceans, heat and salt, budgets, oceans deposit waves, currents and tide, marine resources, biotic minerals and energy resources, coral reefs, coral bleaching, sea level change, law of the sea and marine pollution. अब biogeography, genesis of soil, classification and distribution of soil, soil profile, soil erosion, degradation and conservation, factor influencing and world distribution of the plants and animals, problems of deforestation and conservation measures, social forestry, agroforestry, wildlife, major gene pool centers, this is important. And environmental geography, principle of the ecology, human ecology, adaptations, influence of man, ecology and environment, global and regional ecological changes and imbalances, ecosystem, their management and conservation, the environmental degradation management and conservation biodiversity and sustainable development. The biodiversity and the sustainable development, this is an important topic in geography optional. The environment policies, environment hazards and remedial measures, and environmental education and legislation. क्योंकि आपके environment से काफ़ी हद तक prelims में आपके questions आ सकते हैं, आते ही हैं, और तो आपको environment बहुत ज़्यादा ये help करने वाला है आपको geography optional prelims के लिए. तो section B is a human geography. तो perspective in the human geography, a real differentiation, regional synthesis, dichotomy and dualism, environmentalism, quantitative revolution and locations analysis, radicals, behavioral, human and welfare approach, language, regional and secularization and cultural regions of the world. Human Development Index, this is important तो पूरा ही है, पर कुछ टॉपिक्स ऐसे होते हैं यहाँ से ज़्यादा हाईलाइटेड होते हैं. तो इकोनॉमिक ज्योग्राफी के लिए आपको वर्ल्ड इकोनॉमिक डेवलपमेंट, मेजरमेंट्स एंड प्रॉब्लम्स, वर्ल्ड रिसोर्सेज एंड देयर डिस्ट्रीब्यूशंस, एनर्जी क्राइसिस, दिस इज इम्पॉर्टेंट, यूक्रेन रशिया वॉर. तो ऐसे आप थोड़ा रिलेट कर सकते हैं क्या क्राइसिस हो रहे हैं. द लिमिट्स टू ग्रोथ, वर्ल्ड agriculture, typology of agriculture regions, agricultural inputs and productivity, food and nutrition problems, food security, famines, cause, effects and remedies, world industries, location patterns and problems, patterns of the world trade. तो यहाँ तक पढ़ने तक अभी तक इंटरेस्टिंग तो लग रहा है कि ज्योग्राफी ऑप्शनल इंटरेस्टिंग ही है, और डिफरेंट ऑप्शनल का एक निचोड़ सा लग रहा है. तो पॉपुलेशन एंड सेटलमेंट ज्योग्राफी, ग्रोथ एंड डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन ऑफ द वर्ल्ड पॉपुलेशन, डेमोग्राफिक एट्रीब्यूट्स, कॉजेज एंड कॉन्सिक्वेंस ऑफ द माइग्रेशन, कंसेप्ट ऑफ द ओवर, अंडर एंड ऑप्टिमम पॉपुलेशन. तो पॉपुलेशन थ्योरीज, वर्ल्ड पॉपुलेशन प्रॉब्लम्स एंड पॉलिसी, सोशल वेल बीइंग एंड क्वालिटी ऑफ लाइफ. तो पॉपुलेशन एज सोशल कैपिटल, types and pattern of the rural settlements, environment issues in rural settlements, hierarchy of urban settlements, urban morphology, concept of primate cities and rank size rule, functional classification of towns, sphere of urban influence, rural urban fringe, satellite towns, problem and remedies of urbanization, sustainable development of cities. तो ये टॉपिक फिर से आ गया, सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट ऑफ सिटीज. तो रीजनल प्लानिंग्स में कंसेप्ट ऑफ ओरिजिन, टाइप्स ऑफ रीजन्स एंड मेथड ऑफ regionalization, growth centers and growth poles and regional imbalance, regional development strategies, environmental issues in regional planning for sustainable development, and the model theories and laws in human geography system, analysis in human geography, Malthusian, Marxian, ये मार्क्सवाद, and demographic transition models, central place theory of the Christaller and Losch and Purox. तो ये आपका मॉडल थ्योरीज में है. बाउडेविली, वॉन थ्यूनेंस, मॉडल ऑफ द एग्रीकल्चर लोकेशन, वेवर्स मॉडल of industrial location, Ostrov's model of the stage of growth, heartland and rimland, theories, laws of international boundaries and frontiers. So the second paper is Geography of India, Physical Settings. तो ये आपका टॉपिक फर्स्ट है, ये रिसोर्सेज हैं, फिर इंडियन जोग्राफी, एग्रीकल्चर, फिर आपका इंडस्ट्रीज़ है, और सेकंड इज ट्रांसपोर्ट, कम्युनिकेशन एंड ट्रेड, कम्युनिकेशन एंड ट्रेड. तो पेपर सेकंड जियोग्राफी ऑफ इंडिया. तो द फिजिकल setting, space relationship of India with neighboring countries, structure and relief, drainage system of the watershed, physiogeographic reasons, mechanism of Indian monsoon and rainfall patterns, tropical cyclones and western disturbance, flood and droughts, climatic reasons, natural vegetation, soil types and their distribution. तो ये जो है फिजिकल सेटिंग्स, ये आपके जो सब टॉपिक्स हैं. नाउ कवर GS3 डिजास्टर मैनेजमेंट एंड एनवायरनमेंट, ये काफ़ी हद तक वहाँ पे आपको हेल्प करेगा. एंड रिसोर्सेज, लैंड, surface and groundwater energy, minerals, biotic and marine resources, forest and wildlife resources and their conservation, energy crisis. तो ये आपको इकोनॉमिक्स से थोड़ा है. एंड एग्रीकल्चर, इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर, इरिगेशन, सीड्स, फर्टिलाइजर्स, power institutional factors and holding land tenure and land reforms, cropping pattern, agriculture productivity or agriculture intensity, crop combination, land capability, agro and social forestry, green revolution and its socio-economic and ecological implications, significance of dry farming and livestock resources and white revolution, aquaculture, sericulture, apiculture and poultry, and agriculture regionalization, agroclimatic zone, agroecological reasons. So fourth is industry, the evolution of industries, locational factors of cotton, jute, textile, iron and steel, aluminium, fertilizer, paper, chemical and pharmaceutical, automobiles, cottage and agro-based industries, industrial houses and complex including public sectors undertaking industrial regionalization and industrial policies, multinationals and liberalization, special economic zone and tourism including eco tourism. So transport, communication and trade routes, railway, waterway, airway and pipelines, network and their complementary roles in regional development, the growing importance of ports and national and foreign trades, trade balance, trade policies, export processing zones, developments in the communication and information technology and their impacts on economy and society, Indian space programming, cultural setting, the historical perspective of the Indian society, racial, linguistic and ethnic diversities, regional minorities and major tribal areas and their problems, cultural regions, growth, distribution and density of the population, demographic attributes, sex ratio and age structure, literacy rate is important, the workforce dependency ratio, longevity, migration, intra-regional and international and associate problems, population problems and policies, health indicators. So settlements type, patterns and morphology of rural settlement, urban developments, morphology of India cities, functional classification of the Indian cities, conservation and metropolitan regions, urban sprawl, slums and associated problems, town planning, problem of urbanization and remedies. The regional development of the planning experience and the regional plannings is the India 5-year plans, integrated rural development programs, Panchayati Raj and decentralization planning command area. Development watersheds management planning and backward area, desert, drought prone, hill or tribal area. Development multi-level planning, regional plannings and development of the Iceland territory. Political aspect, geographical basis of Indian federalism, state recognition and emergence of new state, regional consequences and interstate issues, international boundaries of the India and related issue cross border terrorism, India role in world affairs, geopolitics of South Asia and India Ocean realm. The contemporary issue, ecological issue, environmental hazards, landslides, earthquakes, tsunami, flood and drought, epidemics, issues relating and environmental pollution, change in patterns of land and principles of the environmental impact assessment of the environmental management, population explosion and flood security, environmental degradation, deforestation, desertification and soil erosion, problems of the aggregation and industrial unrest, regional disparities in the economic development, concept of the sustainable growth and development, environmental awareness, linkage of river, globalization and Indian economy. Note: candidates will be required to answer one compulsory map question pertain to subject covered by this paper. थैंक यू। ये आपका ज्योग्राफी ऑप्शनल का पूरा सिलेबस था जो कि मैंने आपको बताया। मैंने भी इसे आज पहली बार ही पढ़ा है, थोड़ी मुझे पढ़ने में दिक्कत तो हुई, काफ़ी बड़ा था। तो आप अगर इसके स्क्रीनशॉट लेना चाहें तो आप ले सकते हैं।